You said when you were on set, you kind of felt Diana's presence when you were there. How does that make you feel as an actor, knowing that you guys did something so special like this?
Well, I say that I felt her presence in I guess just in the way that not being somebody who is overtly spiritual or articulate in that sense, if you can quantify your experience on Earth sort of in relation to your own imagination, I dreamed of this woman and admired this woman from afar in the deepest and most truthful way. And to step into that skin was wonderful. It was, she bridged gaps. She reached out and touched people physically, literally, in a way that shocked people. They weren't used to getting that from the royal family. And I think that, ironically, this woman might have been pushed further into that role because of the sort of tepid, chilly nature of her particular home life. And I say that from not an insider's perspective at all, but just sort of what we've heard from the outside. And being able to get close to the idea of her made us feel great. Like, as a performer, as an actor, it was a very warm place to be. So I thank her and sort of whole idea of her for that.
Well, there's a pivotal scene in this film, that there's a quote that Princess Charles says, there has to be two of you, the real one and the one you take pictures of. How do you relate to somebody like that who also, yourself, has grown up in the spotlight? So how did that, relation kind of put you in this film?
Yeah, I don't want to lean away from comparisons because they're quite obvious. Like, a lot of people take my picture. I'm an actor who wants to reach out and touch people. We make movies in order to have large conversations and not shy away from real things. And I think, in this case, it's tough because this person fought for her own, not for her privacy, but for her agency to have a perspective that was listened to in a way that wasn't distorted by the lens that media provides naturally. She could not be herself in public. I can. So I think in comparing my experience with photographs and interviews, I'm so lucky. I'm an artist. I get to make mistakes. I get to make choices. I get to actually grow with my public. We all get to grow together. She was in this sort of very unique position of very stagnant, like, you are one thing, you are an ideal, you need to perpetuate that ideal, you need to hold it up so you can be an example for us. And I think at some point when that lie became impossible to tell, it was quite obvious, and that was more inspiring than the initial endeavor to be the royal example. So totally different, but yeah.
No, it makes sense though. Well, there's so many iconic outfits in this movie. I just want to point out just a couple. The first one. What was your thoughts?
And there's one.
There's one. What was your thoughts?
It's the wedding dress for people that cannot see these.
What was your thoughts when you put that on?
I don't know how much I thought about it. I think I was I thought that was someone else. I was like, Scott Speedman. It's not Scott Speedman. When I put the wedding dress on, I had one opportunity to play that part of her life. Our movie takes place over a 3-day period that doesn't touch on the wedding, but the memory of that wedding is, kind of laced throughout the whole movie. The more, the larger story points of her life from a macro position we don't cover. Like, we tragically lost this person way too early in an accident that was, I think, I can't stop thinking about that the whole time I watched the movie. So when I put this wedding dress on, I was very pleased that we were able to do a montage that kind of distilled her life into a moment, and before she left the family and decided to make this monumental decision that was going to really rock history, her life flashes before her eyes. It was nice to be able to play her, maybe not in a biopic that covered every base, but that we got to sort of hint at and taste and touch all of the elements that we know comprised her life, and the wedding dress moment definitely did that for me.
And my last one to show you right here. This one is just so iconic, and this was the one that was just kind of released. I mean, what was your thoughts with this one?
So we took that picture actually at a fitting. We hadn't even cut the wig exactly perfect. We were very roughly, that was like the first time I really stepped in to her, the clothes, the wig at the same time, having Pablo take the photographs. I can't believe that ended up being the poster. It's such a cool story. I'm like, of course, like, we kind of just, they were fitting photos. And when all of the elements come together, like hair, makeup, wardrobe, production design, you put it on camera, it all comes together. I didn't feel like Diana all the time. I didn't look in the mirror and feel like her. So that picture shocked me. It was just the right kind of diffusion where you went, oh wow, actually I do believe that. And for me, that was the first taste.
And I think that photo right there said we knew we have something special right here. So congratulations on all this, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.